Hi friends, Annie from Kindred Spirits. Missing you guys a lot these last couple days. Everything that's been going on has been tough to kind of go through. And so I just wanted to show you really quick how you can do a couple of restorative yoga poses at home without the typical props that you would use in a studio class. I fell in love with restorative yoga a couple years ago. I did my first restorative workshop at a studio outside of Washington, PA called Lakeview Yoga. It was wonderful. Bliss does some amazing restorative classes. There's a restorative series that happens at Main Street Yoga that I love as well. At our studio, Kindred, Jessica Knuckles and Courtney Ortel have separately put together some amazing restorative classes and experiences. And especially at a time like this, it's really nice to kind of relax and settle the nervous system. So I'm just going to show you really briefly how you can set these up at home. In a studio, you would typically use a bolster and blocks, but there's a good chance you don't have those objects at home. So what I found is that you can take apart your couch. As you can see, I've completely dismantled, or at least partially dismantled, my couch. And what I found was that my seat cushion was going to be the most firm and kind of most similar to a yoga bolster. If you feel like it has a little bit of less support, you can always take a little throw pillow or something and kind of tuck it underneath, as if you were making that same ramp style setup for a restorative prop with the two blocks and the bolster laying across the top of it. So that's what I've just done here, is I've made my own little ramp. So we're going to go through, I'm going to show you 4 poses. The first one is going to be a reclined kind of version of Supta Baddha Konasana. If you have a pool towel handy, go ahead and drape it over your feet. You're going to have your soles of your feet together, knees open wide, and then you'll place the blanket or towel over the tops of your feet, rolled up first like a kind of a little tube, and then drape it over the feet, and then wrap it underneath and tuck it under your hips towards under your thighs towards your hips. And then you can slowly kind of settle back, making sure your lower back and tailbone are pressed right up against the bottom of your little ramp that you've built, and come to relax. This might be also a nice place you could bring a second blanket and kind of rest it on your belly so you can really check into your breath. If you don't have that separate blanket handy, even just placing one hand above the belly button and one hand below the belly button so you can really kind of tune into your breath here. You're going to want to spend a good 3 to 5 minutes in this pose. Just really close your eyes, feeling your body from the inside, calming the breath, connecting with the breath. And it's a really great place to start. These kind of poses are wonderful at the end of a long day to really just kind of help calm and relax and ground the central nervous system. So after your 3 to 5 minutes in this first pose, you can scoot your blankets out of the way and then come to one side. I'm turning now to my right side. You're gonna have your right hip and the length of your thigh resting right up against the your little cushion, your little ramp, with that right leg bent. And then you'll just tuck your left leg next to it. So now the sole of my foot is resting against my thigh. And then you're gonna kind of sit up nice and tall, and you'll start to twist your torso towards your bolster support. And you have options here. You can just come to rest your right cheek and right ear on your little ramp. Typically, if we did this in a class, our bolsters would be a little bit more narrow so you could hug your cushion. As you can see, my cushion is a little bit too wide to do that. Another option would be to fold your forearms on top of each other and just rest your forehead on your arms if that feels better. So find a comfortable place to settle in, and you're going to want to stay here for 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe set a timer so that way you don't have to worry about watching the clock. Close your eyes, really settle into this gentle twist. Bringing your breath into the lower belly, nice and calming. One of my favorite things about restorative yoga is there's never any rushing. So when you go to transition out of a pose, you'll start to slowly deepen your breath first, and then gently come to sitting back up. And then we're going to want to go ahead and switch to the opposite side now. So this time I've got my left thigh and hip tucked up right up against the bolster, the support that I've created, sitting up nice and tall, and then twisting, coming to let my torso rest on the support, this time with my left cheek, my left ear, and then settle in here. See if you can really soften into the support here. We've all been so tense and so anxious these last weeks that being able to calm our breath down and really relax into support is going to be so good for us right now. So again, spend 3 to 5 minutes in this pose. Just coming down to that calming lower belly breath. And then when you're ready, you deepen your breath and then slowly sit back up. The last restorative pose I'm going to show you, we're actually going to be laying down on our backs with our legs propped up our little ramp here. So go ahead and make sure that your seat is right up against your cushion. And then you're going to come to lay back on your back, making sure that your seat is pressed right up against your support. Your lower back is grounded really nicely on the floor. If you still have your blankets handy, you can put one on your belly. If that feels good, you can tuck one underneath your head if that feels nice. And just spend a couple of moments, 3 to 5 minutes, just softening here. Noticing the support of the floor and the cushion underneath of your body and trying to soften into it. Bringing your awareness back to that lower belly breath, that nice, smooth, calming inhale that nourishes us, and that beautiful cleansing exhale. So again, spend 3 to 5 minutes in this pose, just relaxing and grounding down. And when you're ready, you'll slowly bring your legs off the bolster and rest on your side for a moment before carefully coming back up to a comfortable seated position. I hope you enjoyed learning a quick and easy way to recreate a restorative practice at home. I hope you're able to take these 4 poses whenever you're feeling like you need to just be supported and grounded. Shelly and I miss you all terribly. We hope you're well and you're safe. We look forward to being together again with you soon. Try as much as you can to create little moments of calm, either with restorative yoga or some other practice that you enjoy. And until we can be together, namaste.